Wow, what a story. Why did you decide this route exactly, the etiquette route? I mean, you mentioned there the dinner party experience of home life and then someone asking you. But I feel like etiquette generally is actually somewhat a cultural thing too. So how did you actually decide that was the path to take?
When you just mentioned that etiquette is very cultural thing, is very much a cultural thing, it is, and that means that etiquette can be different from country to country. For example, in China, when you eat noodles, it's actually not bad manners to slurp while you're eating your noodles, because when you're slurping, it's showing how yummy the noodles are. Whereas in the West, if anybody slurped drinking their soup, immediately they'd be criticized by their parent as saying, that's very bad manners, don't make any noise when you drink soup. But I think that when you bring it up to a higher level and think about what the spirit of etiquette is, it's really about making the people around you feel comfortable. And so it's about putting other people at ease. And that's why I find that the way, some of my mannerisms, some of my things change depending on who I'm with. If I'm with Chinese friends, I'm more Chinese because that makes them feel more comfortable. When I'm with Western friends, I'm in many ways, the Western side of myself comes out. And when I think about what got me into this, my mother is really very much my role model because she was a great entertainer in every sense of the word. And she would teach me, even when I was a little girl. Hong Kong mothers, as you know, are quite tiger mothers. But one thing I think they do a very good job in is when their children are young, they will bring them up a certain way to know how to care for others and how to be considerate towards others. So my mother was always saying, oh, Sarah, look, Granny's teacup, she's finished her tea, go over and pour her some more tea. And when she took me on a business trip to Japan, there was a very senior Japanese businessman there, and everybody seemed very afraid of him because Japan's so hierarchical like that. And my mom said, oh, that's Mr. Sato. Go over and run over to him. He has a daughter your age. Ask him when his daughter is going to come to Hong Kong and offer that, you'll play host and take her out to play. And she said, oh, by the way, don't call him Mr. Sato. In Japan, it's Sato-san. So these sorts of mini things, mini etiquette lessons, combined with later on when I myself went to Swiss finishing school in a very small little village in the middle of nowhere in Switzerland, but was so inspired to bring that concept over to China, is what led me to do what I do today.